Kermit, obviously I can see the nice blue skies there behind you. How are you doing in Cape Town? You right?
Yeah, everything is good, man. We making the most of the situation we're in, and we try and do things we've never done. Like me, for example, I'm trying to do different things, like setting up my company, do a few different things, going to different avenues. But obviously, setting everything up, and once the lockdown's over, hopefully I can start executing everything I set up.
Yeah, yeah. And
But you
how is the family there with you?
know, no, no, the family's in Holland. Because of obviously they still have homeschooling and stuff, so
Yeah,
they get like projects to do at home and things. So and obviously when the lockdown happened, it was difficult for them to fly to South Africa, So
yeah,
that obviously it was safer for them to stay that side, which was for me the most important thing, their health
yeah.
and not taking the risk of traveling. So it's it's difficult, but it's the reality we live in today, and we gotta accept it and make
Yeah.
the most of what we can.
Yeah, and that must be tough for you though. Obviously, being in lockdown period is hard, but being able to being locked down without anybody with you, without your family, without your daughters, that must be really
Yeah,
tough.
definitely. Yeah, definitely. It is tough. It's sometimes I miss them a lot. I miss them some days, sometimes more than other days. But it's I know why I'm here. I know what I'm doing. I know why. It's for them to benefit in the long end, and
Yeah,
and just hopefully this is only temporary, and we can focus on turning things around. And it makes you think. It makes you think differently as a human being as well.
yeah,
To try
yeah,
and think of being independent and not, you know, as a normal employee. Try to figure out of making starting a business
yeah,
from home where you can make income without having to be anywhere or losing or depending on a company that would pay your income. So
yeah, yeah.
it's there's a lot of disadvantages with what's going on in the world, but you got to look at it from the other side as well
Yeah, no, definitely.
and
And
see it as an opportunity.
yeah, and with yourself, do you obviously you've had a good season in terms of goal to game ratio, but had a bit of
Yeah.
bad luck on the injury front. Do you
hmm
see? Obviously, there's not too many positives, but do you see this as a little bit of a positive in terms of it gives you
Yeah,
time to make sure that you're 100% for whenever
definitely.
football does come back?
For for me, I look at it as a blessing in disguise, only because of the fact that I was injured. Yes, I know it affects a lot of people, and a lot of people suffer from what's going on in the world. Not only people, but companies, businesses. Everybody's suffering from it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think each person can take a positive from out of their situation, take a positive out of what's happening in the world,
Mm.
and try to improve and change and make things better for themselves. And that's what I try to do. Yes, it's disappointing that it happened, and I could have been back from injury when before the lockdown happened. But it brought me more time to be fully fit physically as well.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Now that
definitely.
I can basically say I'm 100% injury free at the moment. So
Yeah, no, that's good. And I mean, do you feel like you're getting back to where you need to be now? I mean, you obviously had that season at Pirates when you were flying. Do
yeah,
you
yeah.
like? Obviously, it's you don't want to be in a situation where you're looking back and thinking I shouldn't have done that. But is there any part of you that thinks it was the wrong move at the wrong time, or possibly the right move at the wrong time when you left Pirates?
No, I think the opportunity was there, and I think when opportunity arrives, it's a decision you got to make whether you take it or not. And
Yeah,
I decided to take it. So I wouldn't say it's a wrong move. I think it would have been a wrong move if I didn't take it at all because I never knew what would happen from it.
yeah,
And I've learned so much being to have taken the move that it's benefited me in things in ways that I see it now, not only on the field but off it as well.
yeah,
In the way I think, in the way I carry myself, in uh, in 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 simple things, like how to motivate myself, how to be mentally strong when things don't go your way, and one of the ways I saw it is the first two games of the new year back, I didn't score, and it was frustrating me. And yeah, it made me realize I'm a bit too hard on myself because I just got back from an injury
mm,
that kept me out almost for a month. So building into that, and in the third game I started scoring again, and in the fourth game I started scoring again. So for me, it was all about. And then I got injured in the fifth game against Maritzburg.
yeah.
So for me, setbacks is also an experience you gotta go through to help you mentally stronger.
Yeah. Do you think it
Everything
it forced you to grow up a little bit?
not necessarily grow up a little bit, but also make you see things. that you didn't know you have in you.
Yeah.
You know, we all have certain qualities in ourselves, but it takes something to happen for us to realize that.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, with what has happened with me going to Europe and not playing for whatever reason, I did everything that was in my control that I could have done.
Yeah.
To make sure that I'm ready when I was given a chance. So if I'm not given a chance for whatever reason that's out of my control, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
As an athlete, you know, we just got to do with what we can. Make sure you're ready. Make sure fit. Make sure you on time of training. Make sure you're doing extra. Make sure you're physically ready. And that's what I was always. And that's why when I came back, people, it didn't even look like I haven't been playing prior to coming back.
Yeah.
Because I was ready, and that's how I've always thought of being as a professional. Always be ready, so that you don't have to get ready.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
I'm already ready.
Yeah.
For whatever.
Yeah. And do you ever wonder what would have happened? You know, that year at Lens, you know, that half a season when you were there, when things were flying. Do you ever wonder what would have happened if you'd got promoted that year?
Yeah, what would happen was what I think would have happened, which was what was agreed upon. I would go on loan again, or I'd make a transfer to Lens.
Yeah. And
there was a possibility, even though they didn't get promotion. But the coach at the time that was there that brought me the season before for 6 months, he lost his first 4 games in the league. So obviously that jeopardized put his position in at risk.
Yeah.
And he lost his play. He got fired as a coach because of the results. And we were so close prior to the year before. We were fourth.
Yeah.
Just fourth by the last minute of the season. So him wanting to bring me in the new season was obviously on the cards, and it was a big possibility. But when the transfer window still open, he had 4 games to go because they played before the League One, a week or two before League One.
Yeah.
So towards the end of the transfer window, he got sacked, and
shame.
The opportunity was gone.
Yeah, so it's a pity because I mean it was crazy that year. I remember it being a situation where it was like the places were changing like this as the game was happening.
Crazy, bro. Armian scored a last minute winner just to gain a playoff spot. Not promotion.
Yeah, I remember.
Promotion to go second. And if they drew, we would have gone third, and they would have gone fourth.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. That kind of stuff's amazing, though. Like, I'm obviously as a Sheffield Wednesday fan, I've done the playoffs, I've done all that kind of stuff, and it's really like, it's so nervy that time of year when everything can hang on, like the final few minutes of a game. It's nuts.
We were leading 4-1, I think, at the time. When our game finished, Armin's game was still on.
Yeah.
And we knew the result of our fate based on the reaction of the fans because we were on the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was silent.
Shame, man.
Until the end of the last minute of the Armian game.
Yeah.
They had it when they were playing.
Nice.
Yeah, when we see everybody was disappointed, we knew there's no way we're gonna go through.
Nah, it's crazy. But obviously, looking at happier times, you know, you got the chance to work with Benny, who, you know, both yourself and me, we grew up watching Benny firing goals in the Premier League.
Definitely.
For you as a person, but also as a player, how was it for you, you know, working that closely with Benny on a day-to-day basis?
Well, firstly, it's hard to describe because it's somebody you admire growing up, and then you get to play with him in the national team and train with him, and then you know you get to be mentored by him as a coach. And yes, a lot of people have a lot of things to say about him, but I've known him as a person before he was a coach.
Yeah.
And a player. So for me to know him on a personal level, for me that's something that nobody can take away from me. Firstly, and for me, as a coach, he's one of the best coaches I've ever had in my career.
Yeah.
Based on the fact that I think we are a lot similar in our characters as players. You know, and we want to win at all costs. And we give everything at all times when we train, when we play.
Yeah.
You know, we want to win, but we work hard to win.
Yeah.
So sometimes it comes across as short-tempered because of how we react to certain things, but it's just the passion and the drive to win. You know. Yeah. You know how football is with emotion.
Of course, yeah. And you and Benny are both emotional people. You know, you've never made any. You've never made any apologies for the way that you display yourself.
And we speak things that we feel, not what people want to hear.
Yeah.
And yes, it might come across critical to some people, but it's my point of view. Just like on Twitter, I see you now and again having a bit of a rant with some people that might misinterpret your tweets.
Yeah.
But why do I have to justify something I said that people don't even understand? Same for you. There's no point for you to justify yourself.
Yeah.
If people don't get it, they don't get it. As long as one or two people get it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So some people
do
it for the sake of mentioning. They just want to be part of a clout, you know.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't even say that. And I've had a few problems. To be honest, I've had a few problems with some journalists, and I wouldn't mention names. And for me, how I handle it when they quit the reason out of nowhere, I DM them directly, whether it's on Twitter or on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I tell them it's about respect. If you have a problem, because for me the mentions about me was personal from journalists. So if you have a problem with me, you come to me straight.
Yeah.
Don't speak about me and don't mention me, and then my fans mentions me, and then I get to see it.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So if you have something to say to somebody, I don't mind the stat of that. That's reality. That's facts.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing. Yeah. There's nothing. There's no ill will there.
Yeah. If something you feel towards somebody, based on, yes, he's a footballer because he's a footballer, because you see him, he's in the public eye. But based on how you feel towards somebody, that's personal. Why must it got to do about how he plays or what he does? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. And do you feel like you know, this season you've had, obviously I know it's a bit of a standstill now, but do you feel like this season and the goal return that you've had, I mean I know it's still not what you want, and you're still aiming for more, but do you feel that like you've silenced a few more of those critics that you've had over the years?
I wouldn't say silence the critics. If people that see me coming through the ranks know my abilities to score goals, and to be honest, I haven't even started yet.
That's good.
I haven't even started yet.
Yeah,
I was only starting to warm up, basically. And it might sound arrogant to a lot of people, but that's the reality.
No, but I mean, I think there's a level of arrogance there that is required in your industry. You know, if you don't have that arrogance and that self-belief in yourself, then every knockdown you have is going to chip away at your confidence, and you're going to get to a point when you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, true. But for me, it's what makes me the player I am. I believe in myself.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not scared to say things because of the belief I have. And to some people it might come across as arrogant. But the people that's known me, that's known me from a young age, like people close to me that I've played with, my youth academy teammates. If you ask them about me growing up, they will tell you. Yeah. You know. So when I say things, it resonates with them because they know. Yeah. I can back it up.
No, definitely. And I mean, I remember coming over to see you in France when you were at Rennes. Remember we traded a shirt for a 6-pack of Sterry Stumpy.
Yeah.
I remember coming over and
FIFA
oh yeah, we don't need to talk about that. That's fine. Okay. The people don't need to know that. But I remember coming to watch you train, and you know, obviously people had questioned your work ethic and all that kind of stuff. But obviously, I was in a privileged position because I was able to actually watch you train. You know, I came and watched a couple of sessions, and I saw the work that you were putting in, and it was hard to see your situation at Rennes based on, you know, the lack of game time that you got. When I saw, you know, firsthand how hard you'd been working.
Yeah, but that's the point I was trying to make in justifying yourself. A lot of people might look at it as a failure. I did what I had to do with what I had control over. Yeah. I took care of the things that I have control over. It's like life. Yeah. You do what you can with the things you have. With the reach you have. Yeah. With things you have control over. Like your life, you have control over, but you don't have control over whether you're going to get paid this month, for example. You understand? Yeah. You don't have it. You can't force yourself to be picked. You know, no matter what you're doing. Exactly. Like if you're doing everything from your perspective to, you know, put yourself in that window. Bro, my own teammates were asking me, why am I not playing? Yeah. Why am I not even given a chance? I tell you a small story just for people, just to somehow justify it, if I ever had to. We were playing 11v11, and normally what would happen was the first 11 would always play against the reserve, like 11, and I was playing in the reserve 11, obviously. Yeah. Obviously to prepare the first 11, and at the time I was playing with Armand Silvan. If you Google Armand Silvan, he used to play for PSG prior to coming to Rennes at the time. 5 years with Zlatan, he won the league 4 or 5 years in a row. Central defender, left center defender, and he admired me so much, only because of my ability to play within small spaces. He's a left-handed defender,
Right.
and how he would break the first 11 down was, I would play on his side, and as the ball shifted from his side to the other side, I wouldn't move my place. I would stay on the opposition's right-handed defender side, in between the right-handed defender and the right back of the opposition.
Yeah.
The first team basically. So when the ball circulates back, it comes to him. So the first team obviously shifts to come to the other side, to his side again. So what he used to do is, he used to be so like Puerto Rico's Yanni is. He's so comfortable with some type of player that he don't pass in the initial instance where the space is open. He takes an extra touch so that when the midfielders are screening in front of the defenders, for me to get the ball, because I'm behind these 4 midfielders.
Yeah.
Right? So when they shift across, so he's you the defender, right? So by the time they close the space, he takes an extra touch. So now they open again, but I'm still behind. I'm still behind. So by the time the space open, because he takes an extra touch, the space opened, and then he passes the ball. So every day in training for that week, I would do the same thing the whole time. I would just stay on that side. So I would turn the out of those defenders. To a point, they're recording this training session, eh?
Yeah.
Every day we're recording training sessions every day. I have proof. If they can send you that, they will see it. I swear my kids. So my best friend at the time, still my best friend. He's now at Bordeaux. He's Maxa, a Mozambican player.
Yeah.
They were arguing so much. He's a right-handed defender. They were kept blaming him, but it wasn't his fault. It's just because I was so smart.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they were arguing. The first 11's midfielders and defenders were arguing who needs to pick me. But it's not, if, bro, 4 banks of 4, I still get the ball in between the midfielders and the defenders.
Yeah.
I still, no matter how small, how big, how compact, I still get it. I turn, I dribble, I create something, or I score, I shoot, whatever.
Yeah.
The coach stopped the training. He said to them, midfielders and defenders in my office, we're gonna watch the footage. Midfielders and defenders of the first team only.
Yeah.
So Max sits next to me in the change room. I'm waiting now to hear what he's saying. Bro, this guy came to me and said to me, "Hey boy, coach say you're intelligent." Yeah, bro. What must I do? What can I say? And I'm not playing.
Yeah. After that, then he doesn't pick you again, and then you're like, what must I do?
And then I asked him, "What can I do to play?" He couldn't give me a direct answer.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand. His English is not good at English, but he could have had somebody to explain to me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
so
definitely.
For me, that told me enough.
Yeah. No, for sure. And just going back to the current situation, how are you keeping yourself busy? Obviously, you've been given regimes by the technical team and stuff, but how are you keeping yourself sane? I don't mean in the training. Like, how are you keeping yourself sane at the minute?
So one of the things that I've started to do, I'm trying to stream a little more on PlayStation because I play a lot of Fortnite.
Yeah.
So maybe like, because of the situation, it forces me to do other things. So those one of the things that I just need a webcam, and I think maybe people would go into my Twitch more often because of the webcam, and people can actually see me than just hear me play.
Yeah, that makes sense.
On my screen. But it's difficult finding a webcam in these times.
Yeah, I don't think it's classed as an essential item.
Exactly, so those are one of the things. Another thing that I'm learning to do is actually learning how to trade. But I just started,
Okay.
So I'm learning through a friend that I just met recently, and he's teaching me how to trade, how to, and if it's possible to make a bit of extra buck, why not?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Hopefully, and one of the things that we're planning to do is hopefully growing it to help other people.
Yeah. And do you have a message for anybody? Obviously, I mean, I know we have WhatsApp, we have all that kind of stuff, but do you have a message for the South African football family at this point in time?
Definitely, my message is simple. I saw a tweet by I don't know which footballer in England, Luke Shaw, where he said, "In these times, you actually realize that football is actually for the fans."
Yeah.
Because let's think about it. If we're allowed to play football, would we really enjoy this as athletes, professional athletes, playing in an empty stadium?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I know some teams don't attract as much fans as the other big teams, but the fact that it's fans, it makes it's a different atmosphere around it.
Yeah.
So for me, my message would be simply to stay safe, and hopefully when we're back, we can see way bigger numbers than we've seen before. Mostly because of what we're going through.
Yeah.
And I'm sure when the lockdown's over, everybody wants to be outside.
Yeah, definitely.
So let one of the places be the stadiums to go to when the opportunity arises.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great moment. We're at a great time now in the world, especially in South Africa, for sport, where people can actually go and support.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And make it a thing like it is in Europe. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's a great opportunity for the not so big clubs to actually attract fans to the stadiums.
Yeah.
Because everybody's indoors now. There's going to be so many places to go with so much people that they're going at all the same places. So why don't one of the places be a stadium?
Yeah.
Where everybody can be at the same time.
Yeah, definitely.
Than going to a restaurant where there's 200 people and only 10 people at a time or 20 people at a time can go in. And a stadium, 200 people can go in at one time. You get to watch the game, you get to enjoy yourself, and you get to know more about your local players.
Yeah.
It's all about building the football nation in South Africa.
Definitely. Hopefully we see a lot more when this is all over.
For youngsters to be more attracted to the PSL first than to any other European country. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be ambitious to go to Europe, but how many of the PSL players do you know? The not so big ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's for me.
Expand your knowledge pool.
That's for me my main message.
Yeah.
Get to know your players.
No, that's perfect. That's
See
perfect.
what they're up to.
Yeah.
Like, let us follow football in South Africa like we follow it in England, in Spain, in France.
Definitely.
On social media and at the stadiums. On TV, like you watch it on TV. Think of it like you're at the stadium watching us live.
Yeah.
If you had the opportunity to watch England, if you had the opportunity to watch Man United Liverpool live, or Man United Leicester live, why can't it be the same as you watching Cape Town City Stellenbosch live?
Yeah.
Or Leicester, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because in England now you have the opportunity to see a live English game.
Yeah.
Yes,
no, definitely.
I know the stakes is different, the scale of football is different, and it's but at the end of the day, it's football.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's what brings people closer. It's what inspires people. Like me and my friend were speaking about sport the other day, and we asked ourselves. I asked him, what other major event do you think, sporting event is the biggest? Which major sporting event is the biggest? For me, I don't even think the Olympic is as big as the World Cup.
No, definitely, yeah.
Football is. You know what I mean? And Olympic is like a lot of sports in one.
Yeah.
In one event.
Yeah.
And here you have football, where the whole world watches.
No, for sure.
What I mean?
For sure.
And I think it will attract more interest from all over the world if we can show a supporting from our fans, just like in Europe.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Like, look at Iceland, the recognition they get just for their fans.
Yeah.
Clapping.
Yeah.
We known for the Vuvuzela.
Mm.
Why can't we have the Vuvuzela packed out every weekend for every game?
Yeah.
It will be amazing for us footballers. It will motivate us more.
Yeah. No, agreed. And you like you say, it G's people on a little bit. When you walk out into a stadium, there's a big difference when you walk out in a Soweto derby when you're playing for Pirates against Chiefs.
True.
To when you walk out in front of a few hundred fans at Cape Town Stadium.
And the reason why I'm saying that, we don't think of it, we don't realize it up until what happened now, that how important the fans are. Like for me, the fans are the most important thing. I always say, fame doesn't make me who I am.
Yeah.
Because it's given by people.
Yeah.
If football wasn't a professional, a recognized sport in the public, then nobody would have known. People would just say, yeah, he plays football.
Yeah.
Just like an honorary job.
Yeah.
And that's why I appreciate the fans, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be motivated as I am when people admire me for what I do, or compliment me when they see me, or want to take a picture with me, or just want to greet me, for example. Like the simple things. For me, I never had those before playing football.
Yeah. No, completely.
For me to achieve those things based on what I basically, just because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? It's not like they don't have to support me. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Yeah,
you're just doing a job, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like you. I admire you as a fan because you're a journalist.
Yeah.
I think of it as the simplest form. Like, it might sound stupid, but that's the simplest form I think of it.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps me grounded.
Yeah. No, but you have to. But that's perfect, brother. I know you've got things to be doing, so
No
thank
problem,
you
man.
very, very much for your time, man.